What's up, guys? Zom-B here, and just recently I got a hold of a copy of Black Ops 3 for the PS3. And unless you've been living under a rock, the PS3 and Xbox 360 versions of Black Ops 3 have been considerably downsized. There's multiple things missing. They don't have the campaign. There's aspects of multiplayer, and I believe zombies too, that have been cut for this version. And the official word is that it's because of limitations of the PS3 and Xbox 360 in comparison to the uh, PS4, Xbox One. Um, but some will undoubtedly fight that argument, to their graves, I guess. But um, really, the reason why it's limited does not concern me, so I'm not going to spend much time talking about it. But what I did want to talk about, though, is that I got the version for the PS3. I thought it would be appropriate to go ahead and give a review, since most of the content we're going to be seeing on YouTube, or anywhere for that matter, reviewing Black Ops 3 will be in regard to the PS4, the Xbox One versions, and maybe PC as well. Um, so I felt like this would be kind of cool to kind of talk about the PS3 version, pros and cons. I still have a PS3. It's true. I have not upgraded to next gen gaming, and there's multiple reasons for that. But I guess the main reason is that I've been doing a lot of PC gaming lately, and haven't spent much time on the consoles. But I came into a situation where I was able to pick up Black Ops 3 for the PS3 for pretty much free. Let's get into it. So we have the game boots up immediately. There's a rather large update that took about 30 minutes to update. Well, it said 30 minutes. It probably took a little bit less than that once it was all said and done. Um, and then you load up. It's got a nice screen, multiplayer, zombies, or offline play. They also have free run, a game mode that you could play. And so I, of course, initially started with the multiplayer, but I was met with matchmaking issues. What I learned was that it's a widespread server issue for all console versions of the game, and they have all been suffering pretty heavily. Some people have had luck getting into good games. Some people have been having problems here and there. But the official word is that it's widespread. It seems to be just a heavy server problem, I guess. But I did get to play some multiplayer, and even on the PS3, I mean, it looked real nice. It may look better on the PS4. I'm sure. I'm assuming it will. And but it played really smooth. Combat mechanics were there. Everything was it was really nice. And didn't get to play the beta, so this would be the first time I played Black Ops 3 at all, multiplayer, and it was it was nice. I have no complaints about it. I never felt like there's a frame rate drop or lagging issues or anything like that while I was playing the game. Everything ran really smooth. It was real quick paced. Everything worked the way it should. And as far as opinion is concerned, I liked it. I liked this multiplayer a lot better than Black Ops 2 or Ghosts. Advanced Advanced Warfare was pretty fun combat system. I kind of like how they backed down the boost movements for Black Ops 3. I liked them. I didn't mind them in Advanced Warfare. I liked the advanced boost movements. I liked all that stuff that they had in Advanced Warfare, but it felt more fluid and easier to chain movements, I guess, for Black Ops 3 because of the dumbing down of the boost movements. It felt more natural. Is what I'm trying to say. Um, yeah, operates anywhere from 30 to 60 frames per second. They say for the PS3, Xbox 360 version. Um, it looked and played flawlessly. I mean, it played just very well. So I had no issues with multiplayer. I know on zombies it was just a straight 30 frames per second, right? But when I got into zombies, it was the Shadows of Evil game mode, since I believe the PS3 and Xbox 360 do not have access to the Giant. Shadows of Evil started off pretty nice. I didn't get too far into it because I actually suffered an injury lately. Yes, if you can see it, it's a hard cast, and makes it difficult to play. I've been playing with my pointer finger instead of my thumb, which usually isn't a problem when I'm playing PC. I can usually get around that with relative ease. But when I'm playing on the console, it was I had several problems with it. I was able to get around it for multiplayer, but for some reason in Zombies it was a lot more difficult to play without my thumb. So, needless to say, it didn't last very long. I got to round 4, and then that was it. Um, but it looked beautiful. Everything ran smoothly once again. So basically, what I'm trying to say is that the performance of the game on the PS3 was real nice. And of course, because they had a different studio dedicated to making sure that that version was solid when it came to the PS3. Free run mode, I've yet to try it out. I think it should be fun. Um, but multiplayer and zombies, they even have the offline. Like they have everything you would expect, I guess, or similar to all the other entries of Call of Duty. Of course, there's not the weapon paint shop or the esports and that kind of stuff, which it's those are nice additions that I would like to have or will have when I get on the next gen hardware. But for all intents and purposes, the with the game package the way it is and what you get for your money, I would like to say that Black Ops 3 delivered the core necessities. Right? They have, um, I'm pretty sure they have all the newest game modes that they revealed in for Safeguard and Uplink are both um, are both there, and all the standard game modes for multiplayer. Create a class system, the pick 10, I believe it is this time, and including the wild cards. Everything was there. Everything was set up the way you have your specialist class. There were a lot of things that were core and necessary that they did not take out. It seems like what they did take out was kind of like optional, like for your enjoyment kind of things, but not items that were necessary for the individual game modes. So that's nice. The $50 retail price, I'm still on the fence. Like I said, I was able to pick up this copy for almost free. So I didn't really have a problem worrying about how much retail value it was. Other people bought it out full price. So understand the price point issue. I kind of am on the fence because, of course, they were offering something new and innovative for the campaign that the PS3, Xbox 360 versions lacked. But I tend to kind of agree with other statements where it wouldn't have done it justice to put it on the PS3 or Xbox 360, or that if they would have compromised or sacrificed quality for PS4, Xbox One users. And it's a sticky situation because of people who are still on the fence and because of price point issues and whatever else. I mean, to be honest with me, not getting next gen or waiting so long to cross over um, was less about money and more about content. I mean, for a while, there wasn't much holding me to consoles, so I started playing on the PC. Easier access, and there's plenty of titles on the PC, some that you'll never be able to play on the consoles, and so I had fun doing that for a little while. And there's a lot of titles coming out now, though, that's going to make the decision, I think, easier for people. I think now is a good time for somebody to think about crossing over. You've got the holiday season coming around with price drops, and you've got, you know, for those of you who benefit from it. If you get some type of tax refund, you can use that money to go towards it, or whatever the case. I think that would be a good time to go ahead and invest if you plan on investing in the next gen, um, because you're going to start seeing things roll out that won't be ported out to PS3 or Xbox 360, and these are going to be AAA titles or exclusives are starting to be finally roll out on a larger scale for each particular console. I know there's been a couple drops already, but it's starting to heat up a little bit. I guess there's gonna be more available really soon. So, Black Ops 3, PS3, Xbox 360. If you're on the PS3, Xbox 360, and you do not ever plan of making that jump, go ahead and pick up Black Ops 3 if you're a fan of the series, because it has everything, every core thing I could think of that for multiplayer and zombies that should keep you content. If you do plan on making the jump, there's a lot of things that are red flag. One is the stats. Apparently, the stats will not transfer from your PS3 version to your PS4, Xbox One version. Um, so it's almost as if you'd be playing just to get yourself acclimated to the game, but then have to start from scratch when you get it on next gen. Um, you'd obviously have to buy the whole copy again. I know with Ghosts and I think Advanced Warfare, I could be wrong, but I know for sure in Ghosts they had it where you could get a digital copy for the PS4 or Xbox One, I believe, both systems, um, with a voucher once you bought the game on the PS3 or Xbox 360. I don't think you have access to that with this. I think you'd have to buy the game again, um, for its value. Of course, if you wait a little bit, you get a nice used copy, I guess. But there's a couple things to look at if you want to make that investment now or just hold off. The only con of holding off is that you might be slightly behind the curve. But if you think about it, you're probably not the only one. So if you do decide to wait, um, and make that purchase when you get your new console, then there's going to be others similar to you that are just getting the game, just have access to it. So there it is, you guys. PS3, Xbox 360 version of Black Ops 3. I can only vouch for the PS3 version. That's what I had access to. It offered everything it said it would offer, and it was really smooth. The only problem, not really on the game itself, but Activision, I guess, was the issue with the servers. I don't know if it's still going on now, but I know that it made it really difficult to even get into an online multiplayer match. So, um, overall, if you know what you're getting yourself into, go ahead and pick it up, PS3, Xbox 360. But I would advise, and I'm going to post a link in the description below, the official Call of Duty link that'll give you all the full details about the limitations of the PS3, Xbox 360 version versus the next gen, and it can help you make that decision better. But if you don't really care about money and you don't care about whatever, you know, pick it up for $50, play it. That way you'll at least get acclimated before you get the next gen and you play it on the next gen. You'll already be kind of familiar. I know it should probably play a little bit different on the PS4, Xbox One, but a lot of the combat maneuvers are going to be the same and whatnot. So, yep, that's been my review, guys. I said if you enjoyed it, like the video, subscribe, and I'll catch you the next time.